Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and this is InfiniSauce, episode 11. Yeah. I am standing here looking at my armor on an armor stand because I have made myself some new awesome armor. Boom 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 ba-da-doo. Amethyst armor, oh yeah. This stuff's actually really good. I'm not sure if it is better than the knight armor or anything like that, but it is really, really good. And I have appreciated wearing it at times. So, a couple of things. Last time we left, we were working on our AE system, and I made a couple of storage drives. I have since finished the storage drives and added an interface here with a chest that was an ender chest, and a tube pulling out of it. Why do I hear noises? I'm not sure. Anyways. But yeah, this was an ender chest and I had a tube pulling out it, or yeah, an extraction tube pulling the items out of it, and that was coming from my quarry world. But I had to actually remove the ender storage mod temporarily, but it is coming back. It ended up not being caused, the issue I was dealing with, not caused by ender storage. So I spawned in a tesseract that only transferred items to make up for that. So eventually that tesseract, I'll delete that and this will be an ender chest again because I did actually make those. Why do I hear zombies? All I hear is zombies. My frames are awful too. So yeah, so let's go check on our quarry. A couple things happened since last time, and actually the couple things that happened in our quarry world are the reason that there was such a gap between this episode and the last one. And I don't mean a gap in time, but a gap in recording for me. I was planning on doing the next one right away. Unfortunately though, sorry about that, gotta fix my microphone. Unfortunately, what happened was this world bugged out. I don't know if it was because of all the chunks I tore up looking for meteors. I don't know if it was all the like the leftover items, because I must have left like a couple chunks worth of dropped items over there that I forgot about. I was planning on coming and deleting them, but completely forgot. And so I put the ender chest down with my tube system, so just whatever's left over, whatever didn't match all the filters of my tube system, if you remember, that was along this way. I put the ender chest on the end of, and it would start to filter through. And as soon as I did that, I went from a CPS of 20. Sorry, a TPS, I don't know why I said CPS, of 20 in this world, and overall, to a TPS of like 1%. So the TPS of the mining world down here went from 100% to 1%. And so if you don't know what this is a command /cufh TPS, and there's other ways of finding it, but that you can run on server or client that tells you the tick rate of the server. And so Minecraft does all of its actions in game, so like when plants grow, when stuff gets processed, when items move through, it's all done in ticks. Power generation is, it's probably 187.27 joules per tick that it pumps out. Everything's done in ticks, which is essentially 1/20th of a second. There's 20 ticks per second. And if your server is, if you think it's acting funny or if it's going really slow, check out the tick rate and you get this tick lag that stops how quickly it works. So in order to save that, I had to actually delete the mining world. So I just deleted the dimension altogether, started it again to see if it would have the same issue. I'm not sure if it was the water or what, but it wasn't very happy. So I deleted it, spawned a quarry back in, then made a couple of transfer nodes with an ender pearl. When you do that, you get 4 of them, and a bunch of upgrades. I used like all of my redstone and gold making upgrades, because it's tons of stuff, and a stack upgrade. Now, the reason I did this is so that it actually pulls out quickly. I had 3 extraction tubes, and it seemed like having 3 tubes on a chest didn't actually increase the speed that much. So all I've done now is I've said filter, only allow limestone, dirt, and gravel and cobble through the trash can conduit, and then don't allow those through the tesseract. And that seemed to work pretty well. Pretty well. So I think what I'm going to do is now move this because it's working really well. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually break this down, move it, and get it going again so we can keep getting resources, because I am a huge fan of the amount of resources I have right now. And so this should be really, really easy to duplicate now and move around. And so that's what I'm going to do, except I'm going to put it here. No, here. I always do this wrong. So I actually want it to break up this hole and be one big hole. And I don't really have a reason for that. I've just always wanted to do it, and I always screw it up when I do try and do it, because I always leave like one line. And so this way I'll actually have the entire quarry filled in, or getting rid of one large square. And I know that's harder on servers, but I'm going to try and fill it in later with some dirt or something. Or some cobble, just to fix that. If it does cause a bit of lag, I'll fix that up. Not sure why there was a torch there. So yeah, let me reset the quarry. I gotta say, I love the way Buildcraft does the stuff now. I wish there was a bit more that I could use it for, but this system, it just makes me happy. It's just lasers firing, breaking up trees and stuff, getting things out of its way. It's lovely. I could watch this the whole time, and I kind of wish there was a way that it used this system to do the quarrying, but it's hard to say no to the good old-fashioned quarry system that I used to know and love. Oh, we got us a waterfall. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for the quarry to get set, and I kind of want to help it along by getting rid of some of this stuff. Because we don't really need it. And I'd always like partially decays. I don't want that, so let's just get rid of this. Boom. Gotta love vein miner. Alright. Looks like things here are going well. Just make sure I got everything in here. Yeah. Look at this, just throwing pipes out there. That's awesome. Sorry, you might not like watching this as much as I do, but this is the greatest part of the quarry. It's awesome. Anyways, so this should all be good. The quarry is in it. There's a chunk line right here, I think. Yeah, so right here. So that means this is chunk loaded because the quarry frame, I believe, is part of the chunk loaded boundary. Yeah, so here we go. So what we're looking at right now, this is this area, this darker or yellowish area. This is where things are being forced to be chunk loaded. And I guess the yellow chunk is the player chunk, which is kind of strange because a player loads chunks around it. So, but this yellow area means something is causing chunks to be force loaded other than a player. Which, here's our quarry. And so what we can see is that from that corner all the way out to that side of the quarry and around and back to here is chunk loaded. So these things are okay. The machines will work because the quarry saves the chunks for us. Bloop. Get rid of that. Alright, and once this guy starts cruising again, we should be good to go with this filter system as well. It goes... What color is that supposed to be? I don't really know what color this is, but we got gray going up and down, so it will allow limestone, dirt, and gravel, and we have an inversion for white, disallowing those items. And that way it just controls that only the right ones go in the right place. I'd love to see this actually do something one day. So, alright, and there we go. Presto, we have Corey, I think the next thing that we're going to probably work towards, auto mining wise, once this is done, is getting us a Corey Plus. But that'll be a little while because we need a better build system or a better power system for that to be an option. So let's journey down that path, shall we? What I'm thinking is I really want to use big reactors again. I'm so glad it's in the pack, but I don't think... Let me just double check. Something in my base is just killing frames. I hate it. I don't think that there... Yeah, there's no yellow anything. Did I get any uranium? No. So what I actually am going to do to make this... Ugh, I hate that this is going to be a thing that I have to do. To make this a bit easier is... just dump that. Sorry, I was in the middle of mass producing some stuff. I need steel next, right? Enriched. No, it's compressed coal. Yeah, I knew I had some. Not enough, but let's get some coal. And we'll just get actually a whole stack of this stuff. So I want to make a digital miner. And the reason for that is that I can specify what I want to pick up in the nether. Because I really just want sulfur and uranium. And from what I understand, there should be some nether uranium that has generated. I think I have a lot of glowstone, so I'm doing okay there. And I might be able to make a glowstone generator now that we have thermal expansion. I don't know if that system is still in it. So I don't really need to worry about picking that stuff up. And I lost my landmarks. Oh well. So yeah, so I've been mass producing some components to try and get to a digital miner. Which will pose a couple of its own issues, but I will figure that out. So the digital miner is awesome. I can specify what I want it to pick up. Alright. Which means I need a couple of atomic alloys. Those are relatively easy. So let's actually just start with the robot. Now the robot, excuse me, is a bit of a pain. 2 obsidian ingots and some steel with I might be able to make that chest actually. There we go. So we got our digital chest. That's the first thing we need. And we're also going to need some obsidian ingots. Let's focus on that. How many am I going to need? I'm going to need compressed obsidian. So I'm going to need to crush down a couple of obsidian, which I have 3,000 of now. So let's just crush this guy down. You don't want to crush? You can crush. Good old sag mill. No, there's got to be a way to crush this, though. This is stupid. Yeah. There we go. I won't get as much from the sag mill, but as I would from the sag mill, but this way, I can actually get this way I can actually get it quicker. So then I'm going to need to refine this dust, which is done in a metallurgic infuser with a compressed diamond. So let's actually take a diamond and enrich diamond. Alright, there's our stuff. My tree farm is going to cause problems soon. The fact that I'm getting saplings from this is not good because it means this is full. Okay, so I have to figure out a system of overflow for this, which I might be able to do if I just put a trash can here. So let's throw... Yeah, there we go. That worked. I'm probably still going to get the odd log in my inventory when my magnet comes on, but it has, I put a void upgrade in there, so that should be fine. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I have automated the farming of ender pearls. I know it looks bad, but that's because I didn't want it to plant anything on grass, and it's not permanently going to be here. Once I have a better power system and a infrastructure in my base that I can run cables through, then I'll move this. But for now, this guy will actually farm and harvest the ender lilies off of the end stone for me. And so I have an amethyst hoe in there just because it needs a hoe to function. And so we're going to be okay on that. But it will plant onto the end stone, and only the end stone right now because I've blocked everything else off. So that's going. We don't have a lot of ender pearls yet, but we got enough to get things done. Alright, so this is cooking up into steel for me eventually, I think. I'm not sure if enriched iron is actually used for anything else. Nope, just steel. Such an annoying process that you have to have 2 phases of that, but anyways. So we have our enriched diamond, and I'm actually going to make another metallurgic infuser. Finally going to bite the bullet. What was I making? Oh yeah, metallurgic infuser. Okay. Which is really easy to make. So I need 1, 2 of you, and that should be it. Where do I want to put you? I have some advanced. Yes, I do. I also upgraded the cabling up there, and that between the system of the speed upgrades and all that stuff from my quarry, and upgrading these to elite cables, I was basically out of resources, and just getting to the, like, I had loads of metal because the quarry had gotten low enough at that point for that, but I was out of resources in the sense that I don't want that in there. I want that in there first. I had no redstone, no diamonds, no, like, I was getting so low on resources. While that's cooking up, I'll show you my quartz system. So let's make some sand, shall we? Can I do that in here? I'm not sure if this will make it into gravel or sand. Gravel. I think this makes it into sand. Boom. Yes. Okay. So let's actually get some gravel out of here. I think I have more gravel than I have cobble anyways. Put you in there. So where's our quartz dust? So I have my quartz seeds over here, and I didn't show you guys. So I added 2 crystal growth accelerators because I couldn't really afford more or power for more. And there is a ME cable running along under here because they're a bit cheaper to make in this mod pack. And I have this lever here, which is a wireless lever from Random Things, which is an awesome mod. And it's hooked up to a toggle bus that's directly, there's a cable coming out from underneath this. You can see it down there. Underneath the charging energy acceptor. And it has a toggle bus on it, so no power comes through here until I flip this switch. And then it turns these on, and it allows these to grow. And so they grow at a decent pace with just 2. It's not the greatest. It's not like auto crafting where unlike I did on Karma, and I'm actually going to go change it on Karma as well. I'm going to make myself 4 ingots here. I'm going to make it so they're auto crafted based on a level emitter system instead of auto crafting as necessary, because that's what slows down most auto crafting systems. Now I'm just going to leave this here because what else am I going to put in there? Alright, so this should be enough for my robot, I believe. Robot. I got 2 obsidian ingots. I need my atomic core now, which is a compressed refined obsidian dust. That was what I needed to refine more dust for. So I will actually enrich one of these refined. Let's do 2. And that will hopefully be enough to make the atomic cores and things that I need. So I'll put one in there for now. And an atomic core is just a refined alloy, which is compressed or enriched diamond with that. So that is what I will do next. I crush up another diamond. No, I'm going to enrich a diamond, sorry. Get these out of there. I need to build the room where I actually want my machine shop to be and get out of this part, this like entryway of my hobbit hole. This is never where I intended everything to stay. Oh yeah, it doesn't come out there. Poop. Wow. This is getting ridiculous. Actually, so I added a couple more windmills too, which is why I needed the elite cables, because I wasn't sure enough power was getting down, and I'm going to move all of my windmills up eventually. That's one of the reasons I was mass producing some mechanism components, is I need more cabling. Alright, so my diamond will go in there, and I need an alloy. Ooh, I have some reinforced alloy already left over. Sweet. That's from the elite cables and things, I think. Is that why I had those? Yeah. Yeah. So I made a bunch, but I made way too many. Which is one of the reasons I'm out of resources. Or I was. I'm clearly not now. Okay. So if we throw these guys in our diamond one. Oh no, I already have these. Alright, Robit. What do you want from me now? That would be this one. Boo. Alright, so craft this up. I think it just needed the one, to be honest. So Robit. That'll be everything that I can craft that from. Okay, so now I just need these. And there's our Robit. So let's look back at our digital miner. So I need a couple more atomic alloys, which are actually being made up. These these teleportation cubes are going to be annoying, though. Unless I'm a genius. All right. I actually have everything I need. Once you have like an infrastructure that you're making stuff for mechanism, it's really not that bad. Starting mechanism can be a little tedious at times. But once you have a bunch of stuff, and I believe I'm going to need one enriched alloy because I don't have enough the atomic cores left. And that will go into the diamond one. All right, and then that should be that. So if I go to my digital miner, all I'm short is my Robit, which is in the middle, and my atomic core, which is in here. Boom, one digital miner. So what you can do with this is you need a bit of space, but you can configure it to say how big of an area you want it to look at. The max radius is 32 unless they change that. Yeah, it is. So from this is your Y level, 0 to 90, and this is your radius, so how far around it goes. And you can say whether you want this on inverse mode or not. But you can set filters based on the OR dictionary or an item that you just, okay, only look for this kind of a thing. Now, obviously, that won't work because it's not the right kind of item. But so you set filters. So it's like a query, but it doesn't create massive holes. It just picks up the stuff that you want it to. And so I can just say this. I can say or nether sulfur. I think that's what it is. So that'll give me a little bit more than I want. So or nether So that's just sulfur. So you have a character limit, and this asterisk means anything, it's a wild card. So anything else can follow this as long as the first chunk is that. And I can save that in the filter, and I can add another one to say or nether year. Or nether year. And there we go. So hopefully it finds that for us. The hard part for this is actually going to be powering it. So for now, instead of making like some kind of crazy weird power generator, shimmy. Alright, so these guys are actually done. That's awesome. And I can turn off my things. I'm just going to do this. Energy cube. Curb. Energy curb. So I need 1, 2. Alright, and then I'm going to make a little bit bigger one, which means I need 1, 2 more. And there's that. And we'll stick with this one for now. And so what I want to have happen is this will actually charge up in here. And this will take a good chunk of the power out of it. But that is okay, because we do have a net gain in power. Alright. And this probably won't power it for very long, but let's see. I think one thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to change out my nether portal for a teleporter from either enhanced portals or mechanism. Probably enhanced portals because I haven't played with them very much, and the mechanism portals are really, really good, but I'm not sure why there's pigment in here. I'm not sure how well they work cross-dimensionally. So we're going to put you in here, and you can do that, and then just say start. And they'll start pulling things. It won't be very fast. You can put upgrades in this like the rest of the mechanism machines, but this thing can just cruise through power. So I'm actually going to pause it and reset it and go to the config and delete the sulfur one for now. I just want to see if it finds... It can only find 3. Oh my goodness. The reason I need uranium is I can get it to be yellorium. Huh. Alright, so now I have some thinking to do, because I don't think there's another way, unless it's just a shockingly sparse amount of uranium in this region. I don't think there's another way for me to make this stuff, because there is no yellorite ore. At least not that I've found. Yeah. Well, that gives me something to think about for next time. This episode's gone pretty long, so I'm going to have to call it there. I'll do some research and figure out what I want to do when I come back. Pigman Jockey. Awesome. Alright guys, well until next time, I'm going to pick this up and I will ask you to hang your lab coats up on the way out. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like, favorite, or subscribe. That's... Again, with the favorite thing. I feel like I'm probably getting that from somewhere, and I don't know why. Anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Hang your lab coats up on the way out, and leave a comment if you got any suggestions as to what I can do about this Yellorium stuff, because I'm stuck at the moment. All right, guys. Deuces.